Boku no! Boku no! Boku no! Boku no! Hero. Academia. Had to like calm it down because this episode, well, this chapter this week was a little calm. It wasn't too like jam packed. So the Boku has to be the same as the chapter. Boku no Academia. Brandino Wolfensteino. Anyway, talking into the jazzy mic. So this week they're just in class, coming up with their hero names. So it's like you have to think about their powers, you have to think about their skills, you have to think about what they like, what they don't like. All of these different things that kind of go into factoring these names, and a couple of people come up with some pretty hot ones. Now, starting off, you know, what really set it off, and sorry for me leaning there, what really set off the mood of the entire room was Suyu. Oh my god, she's adorable. So her name was Froppy, because she's a frog girl, and she's like, she just had her name since she was like, she knew already. So it's like a cute little like approachable kind of like, oh, kind of name, and it's like, yo, you're adorable. And then then you have like a nice cool like after the nice little cute name for her, then you have like a cool startup with oh, and I'm sorry, actually, I forgot to mention before that it was the two like weird names, which was that like Beam, I think it's like the Beam Peen guy, who he was saying like, I can't stop twinkling, like, oh god, you're such a tool. And then the alien girl, she was trying to go for kind of a bit of an alien reference, so she was like Alien Queen was her name, and then Suyu started it off. And then like the metal guy for class A, I'm mad that I don't know his name, because it's like when you used to the main character slots, you like forget all of the subliminal characters. Eventually I'm gonna start like typing up a little list and then having like a description of what the characters are, so I can always say the right name. But if you didn't know, this guy, he wants to have the name Red Riot, which is kind of like a play on the name of his favorite hero, the Crimson Riot. So, and I'm guessing his hair is, I guess, going to be red too. His hair is actually red, so it kind of would make sense how he would kind of mimic that guy. But, and then like Miss Midnight's like, oh yeah, that's a really nice one. So she was like, well, you know, you can change it up a little bit so that it's not too much, you know, you don't get too much flack in the beginning or too many like people coming at you. And Midoriya is like struggling because he's like, I don't know. Before I had the power of All for One, I didn't have a problem coming up with a name, which I'm guessing he was just being like a fan kid, so he would always do like different variations on the name All Might, or like Mighty, or the Might, or something that's just like copying All Might, just being a kid like trying to be their hero. So they're just doing everything to copy them. So you see the girl with the like headphone ear jack things kind of like talk to the electric dude, which I don't know if she was kind of trying to flirt with him or something, because she was like, oh, I came on too strong, because I guess like his electrical current kind of shook her up a little bit or something. But she was kind of calling him like Jammingway to kind of make a kind of cool, trying to make him sound cool, like Hemingway. So he was like, oh wow, that sounds intellectual. And she was like, I guess she was like freaking out. She was like, oh, I came on too strong. So I'm like, okay. So she came up with her name was like Earphone Jack, which I'm like, it just basically says what you are. It doesn't really say, you know, who you are. And then the guy that always has his hair over his face and the tentacles with all the mouths and stuff, he just said tentacles. So I'm like, you could have came up with a way better name. Like you're definitely cooler than that. I can't think of one right now. I was gonna think of like Wing Destroyer or some shit. I don't know. I'd have to see him at his, well, I don't know what kind of name I'd give him. Then some random guy called Cellophane, because I've never seen that guy before. And then the kid with the tail, he just says Tail Man. I'd be like Tall Tail, or if he's a martial arts hero, the Tail Whip, or like, I don't know, make it sound like an attack. And then it's like one of the guys, like, I guess his abilities is like sweets or something, or he just likes sweets, so he calls himself Sugar Man. So I'm like, okay. And then the girl again, she like the one that was like trying to call herself Alien Queen. She's like Pinky, because she's trying to like figure out a name, and they're like, no, stop it. So then the Charge Kid is like Charge Zuma. It's like Inazuma, which is like bolts of lightning, and then there's like charge kind of thing. So he was kind of down to do that. Then Invisible Girl just kind of did like the normal thing that she is. She's invisible, so Invisible Girl. And like Midnight's like, oh, that's great. And it's funny to see Mr. Eraserhead like dead in like the corner, like sleeping down there. He's like trolling everyone. So anyway, then we got the one that can like create weapons out of her body. She just calls herself Creaty. I'm like, I guess she's just not thinking about the hero name, so she's not worried about it. She's more like into it. And Shoto being boring as shit, being emo, he's just like, oh, Shoto. So then like my man Falco calls himself Tsukiyomi. I was like, oh yeah, that was a really good one. And then like the little bubble kid calls himself Grape Juice. Oh, little grape kid. Grape juice. Be like, come on, it's All Might and grape juice. Anyway, and then this other guy, I don't even recognize him, what he did, but he calls himself Anima, which kind of makes me think of the Anima from freaking Final Fantasy X, that giant like creature. And then of course Bakugo explodakills. Can you read that? Is that gonna like focus? I don't know if it's gonna fucking explodakills. Like, come on, bruh. Like, why are you a person? So then Uraka comes up with Uravity. Oh, so cute. She's got like the little blush, like, huh. Like, oh man, she's adorable too. And then like the last people are Ida, my man Ida, and then Midoriya. And then it goes to like a flashback where he's like talking to his brother, and his brother's like, I can't feel my legs anymore. This is spoilers, by the way. I can't feel my legs anymore. I can't be the hero that everybody needs. And Ida's like, no, brother, you still have so many to teach. You're still great. And he's like, Ida, just hear me out this one time. Take on my name. Let the name Ignium live on. And like Ida's like, can I do it? And he starts like writing, and I was like, oh. And I'm thinking like, don't do Ignium, like do like Igneal or Ignitum or like Igneos or something like that. Like kind of like a play on Ignium's name, but just like your own version of it. But then he goes up and he's like, Tenya. And I was like, oh, come on, Ida, come on. You could have been a new Igni, man. Explosive calves. So then I had a strong feeling, the strongest of feelings, that my man Meteora, or new hero name Deku, was gonna use that name as his name. I knew he was gonna use that, because I was like, if he's not gonna use any type of might name or all for one, or like one all might all one, you know, like all of that stuff. All might one might all might punch Detroit. I was thinking like he's probably gonna use Deku. So then he's like, yeah. They're like, everybody's in the class is like, you really want to use that name? And I'm like, it's Deku. He's like, you really want to use that name? He's like, yeah, you know, I used to hate it because, you know, I had a shitty friend that just always used to make fun of me because he's a douche. And I hated the name so much until I met this one special person. Uraka. This one special girl. He should have just said girl. He tried to play it off like it wasn't her. He know who he was talking about. This one special girl that changed my world. So now I'm gonna use the name Deku. Proudly wear it on my chest. So then they have like a little blush face, and of course Boku goes like writing his name again, like I don't care about this stupid name. So then we go back to the faculty lounge, and Rock Smash guy, because I forget his name. So many heroes. They say like, oh, there's like a nomination for like, I guess an award or something, and they're like looking at it, and like All Might just like freaks out. He was like, but this is, and I'm like, who? Incredibly important that All Might is like freaking out that that person gave a vote for a nomination to Midoriya. So, and then of course at the end Baku goes like Baron of explodakills. Like, come on, man, you're trying your hardest to be like so. He's like, I don't understand. Anyway. But that was all for Boku no Hero. Kind of a tame chapter. It wasn't a lot of heat this week. You know, just like a normal chapter. But it's kind of funny to see them kind of come up with names that they think is probably the best name for them. And the crazy thing that I think about manga artists or manga writers is just the idea that when you read the manga, you forget that this is written by, I would think, because I think most writers just write it, the whole thing themselves and draw it themselves. They kind of do the whole project. I mean, I think like some writers have understudies that kind of help them get the work done faster. But I think they do most of the story themselves. And you got to think like these writers are capable of making every character feel like their own thing. Even if they're like a subliminary character, it's just like placeholder, they still feel like a different character. And it's not like, you can kind of feel that these people have different mindsets. So you can kind of feel that in the book. Because like you would think like, oh, if you had like a book where all of the characters, because it's coming from the same person, so it's like all of these mindsets have to come out of the same person. So they have to figure out, which is helpful if you have people in your surroundings that are kind of like so many different characters. You could kind of use those people as like versions of people in your book. But like to just be able to come up with all of these different type of styles of characters in this one book, it's like really cool. And to see people coming up with their own hero names and some of them being really good. Tsukuyomi, I'm looking at you, bruh. Got your back, bruh. Anyway, so this chapter was pretty cool this week. It was a pretty chill, pretty school days-esque chapter. I'm recording on a nice, beautiful day out here. I got my light on because, you know, that's the only way you can see me, but, you know, whatever. Watching some Game Grumps back here. Product placement. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment and subscribe. Tell me some names that you would probably think of for them, because like I'm thinking like I can't even think of them off the top of my head. I would really have to look at them again and kind of think of like a cool, like, oh yeah, that'd be a cool name for that guy. And you know, because like I was thinking for Deku, I was thinking he would go with like this is my own version of his name, because he likes All Might so much. And because he kind of has the all-for-one power, but he doesn't have the strength to take it on, but he has the ability to, like, withstand. I was thinking, like, what if he calls himself All Grit? So it's like he doesn't have the strength. He's not the might, but he's got the grit to fight on. And I'm like, oh, that would be such a cool name for him. Because it's like, you know, he like breaks his hands and everything. So it's like he gets real, you know, like he takes the pain and he keeps going through all of the fire. And it's like, yo, All Grit. Like, that'll be kind of a cool name for him. But that was just me thinking. But Uravity, that was so cute. Anyway, and Froppy. So if you liked the video, if you liked what you heard and everything, comment and subscribe. I'm trying to go over here real fast. Excuse me for like, you can only hear my voice as I talk into the mic right now because I wanted to grab one of these domos that's like falling and kind of use him for subscribers. So so comment and subscribe if you liked my video, or just like it and subscribe and comment if you like my video, or just comment, like, subscribe and share everywhere because you like my videos. And say hello to Dinosaur Domo because he likes you. He says hi, hello, my name is Domo and I'm wearing a dino costume because rawr. Anyway, comment if you like for Domo. Comment if you like for names you want to hear. Comment if you like Catbug. Comment if you like TV. Comment if you like Punch-Out. Comment if you like Chevy Camrys. That is 2 different car companies. Comment, like, and subscribe. And don't let the fact that I didn't use an Ignium name to get you down, because the dawn always rises on a new day. Brandino!